hurt people hurt people. I know you've heard that saying, y'all ignore the dishwasher in the back. Um, and then sometimes, a lot of times, hurt people don't want to forgive. They figure you did X, Y, Z to them and they don't want to forgive you. But we have to learn to forgive that person. It doesn't mean you forget, but you should act like you forgot. And within that acting of that gesture of acting, you should also remember that Jesus threw our sins in the sea of forgiveness. Therefore, I know we're not Jesus, but that's who we're trying to imitate. And so for that reason, you should also take up your cross and follow him. He's the perfect example. Forgive him. Doesn't mean you forget, because in the human nature you tend to forget, until you start getting older, then you forget. But as Christians, we should forgive the people. Doesn't mean you have to be around them. Doesn't mean you have to, be their best buddy or whatever relationship you had beforehand. But you got to realize, hurt people, so they're hurting as well. Your job is to set those boundaries, and if you can, how you say, rehash or not rehash, but reestablish that relationship. And if you can't reestablish that relationship, then that's understandable. It's your choice. You get to choose what you want to do. But one thing you cannot do is not follow Christ's instructions of forgiving, because he said if you don't forgive, neither will he. That means you ain't going to heaven. And you're going to let somebody else cause you to not go to heaven? We got so many relationships out there that's been severed, some for good reason and some, for not so good reason. But either way, whatever that person did to you, forgive them. And even if you say you forgive them and you mistreat them and you got an attitude every time you're around them, you haven't totally forgiven them. Forgiving them means, okay, I'm going to act like you ain't do it, but I'm not going to subject myself to that treatment. So you set those boundaries, and you might not hang out with them or whatever, but hey, how you doing? You hug them, whatever you typically do. But you ain't got to go nowhere. You ain't got to do nothing. But you do have to forgive if you decide you want to go to heaven. I'm talking to Christians. That's who I'm talking to. So until next time, be blessed. That's just my 2 cents for change. Don't let nobody else cause you to go to hell.